Sinat's friend accused him of selling his soul. Listen, Kai Sinat's friend accused him of selling his soul. Listen closely to what his friend says.
And here's why.
Praise God, she just mine. I done seen my own man sell his soul for some diamonds and some gold. Man, this shit is getting old, but I'll be lying if I'm.
Let me break this down for you.
Diamonds and some gold, man, this shit is.
Awkward reaction. Duke gave him this look specifically after that bar. Then Phantom suddenly wants to touch Duke's chain. And then gives Davis this weird look. The whole situation seems weird to me.
Kai Sinat's friend accused him of selling his soul.
They know.
Listen closely to what
They know he sold out.
So someone asked AI to recreate the entire Simpsons universe as if it was live action. And it actually made like a complete video. Like, look at this. So it starts with like the outside view of Springfield.
Oh my gosh, this is the house.
That's the house.
Oh my gosh!
It made a live action Homer.
His like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. Marge.
Marge's hair. That looks like Marge.
Dude, this is all AI.
Oh my gosh.
There's
That's
Bart. Got the spiky hair.
Lisa.
The haircuts are pretty on point.
Yeah, it is. Oh my
Maggie.
gosh.
Right, they got like the binky. Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. That looks like
That
Mr.
is
Burns.
freaky. There's
Mo.
Mose. Dude, it's crazy how AI was able to make all this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Ned Flanders.
Yes, sir.
The legend.
Oh my, it's crazy.
He's like, hello neighbor.
Krusty.
Krusty.
Dude, okay, Krusty looks scary.
Yeah, Krusty is scary. I never thought about that. But yeah.
So someone asked AI to recreate the entire Simpsons.
It's interesting what AI can do nowadays, right?
This little boy lost his life from a trampoline, and it's all his dad's fault.
It's a
So I watched this whole
treadmill.
entire video, and I can't show the whole thing for obvious reasons, but this story goes crazy. So keep in mind, this man is probably like 8 or 9 years old. And the fact that he's even working out in the first place is already a miracle at his age. So as you can see, he's already on the treadmill, working out, going at a fast pace for his little body. You can see him actually running, like he's not joking around. But then his dad comes along, walks back and forth for some odd, strange reason. Then his dad finally gets over there, and get this, he not only begins to up the speed and the incline of the trampoline. And if you've ever been on a trampoline before, you know how hard it is to do that incline. And the fact that this kid is like 8 or 9 years old and you up the speed to max is insane. So like 5 seconds later, the kid falls off. I mean, the trampoline was at max speed. What did you expect? Then the kid gets back on, falls off again. And then this is when his dad starts to force him to get back on. His dad began to pick him up, bite him on the head, and then force him back onto the trampoline. And this went on for like 5 times. He just kept falling off and his dad would force him to get back on. And in the video, you could literally see his little body just smack on the trampoline over and over again. Like he was hitting the trampoline and then flying off because how fast the trampoline was going. And it took like 5 or 6 times after this happened for his dad to finally realize, all right, let's just go home. But at this point, the damage was already done. So the next day, he was complaining to his mom and dad how like his stomach hurt. And the son finally told the mom like what happened at the gym, what his dad did to him. And she basically forced him to go to the hospital. And when they finally got there, they were in the middle of doing some like, scans for the body. And that's when sadly he started to have a seizure in the middle of the hospital. And they tried to revive him, but it didn't work. Apparently from how hard he was hitting that trampoline, it caused a whole bunch of cardiac problems and internal issues. And it's a sad story because he was already trying. He was already doing his best. And his dad came over and just had to add all the extra stuff. But let me know what you think. Do you think the dad was in the wrong for this? Let me know. And make sure to dominate the plus button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get it.
It's crazy, man. Really, dude.
Did y'all see this yet? Bro, I thought it was a person.
Me too.
Look at the people disperse. Look at the people disperse. This is in England, y'all. What is going on with England? First it was the horses in England, then the crazy people showed up in the church, the Satanists, and now the rides in England are losing the two. Why didn't they stop the ride? And people ask me why I don't go on rides, bro. Things like this can happen. Are you kidding me? I'm not meant to do that. That's people who are seeking thrill in life. And me, I've got enough thrill in my life. Okay? This is unnecessary. This is crazy. To do this, man, what is your life missing in order to do this type of stuff? This is crazy. To put your life in danger, Nah, man. And look at the people gone. Yeah, nobody left in line in order to ride this ride left. What is this, y'all? What is that? But yeah. All right, England. Thank y'all. Did y'all see this yet?
I don't know how people do them type of rides, man. Bro. Yeah.
You feel me? Bitch say y'all cuddling. Man, bitch, fuck you. We ain't with none of that Illuminati shit. And we ain't on none of that. Little baby, young boy, all this gay ass shit going on. We ain't on none of that picture nail shit. We ain't on none of that fuck shit. No, never play with a nigga with no gay shit, no snitch shit, no fuck shit, no soft shit, no none of that shit. We ain't on none of that. Stop playing with me. For real. Bitch, it's cold out here. You feel me?
Boy, for that, man.
They are planning on banning the Bible in the United States. Supposedly they passed a bill so that the New Testament can be banned. What does that say to you? If you're not right with God right now, get right with God. Like today. Stop playing games with God. Stop living in sin. Forgive people. Let go of resentment. Read the word. Because we don't know how long we have. The Lord said that he's going to come like a thief in the night. And he said that we are supposed to have our lamps full of oil. Take it seriously. Me included. Take it so seriously because Jesus is coming so soon. I had dreams about him coming, returning. He is coming so soon. If you want to go with him, you need to be aligned with Jesus. You need to be aligned with him. Stop playing games with God. They are planning on...
Hey, Big Mill, are you serious right now? I actually think you don't understand what your image looks like on the internet right now. Either that or you got terrible homies around you. Because who the fuck told you that this shirt was okay to wear? You got niggas defending you all day and all night. Your fans really showing you that they care. They really going to worry about you, me. And this is what you're doing to them? You should be on 10 at all times not doing any Diddy activities. But instead, you decide to wake up, brush your teeth, eat breakfast and count money, walk your dog and text some hoes, and you went in your big ass walk-in closet to grab this shirt off your hanger, and you put this shit on your body, and then you went to the mirror, and you said to yourself that this fit was the one. I'm about 2 more Instagram posts from saying no Meek. They calling you Mook Mill, Freak Mill, you got your own sassy catchphrase, and you ain't making it no better. How you think your fans feel after this? How are they supposed to defend this shit? Like, my nigga, you're not getting it. I would have never thought that in 2024, I would be seeing Meek Mill, the creator of Dreams and Nightmares, the creator of 1942 Flows, the creator of Amen, and the creator of Blue Notes, in a see-through shirt showing his nipples and belly button. Like, I can't believe I gotta talk about you like this. We need this picture taken down, or everyone's about to start saying no Meek in the next couple of months. Hey, Meek Mill, are you serious right now?
That's
I actually
crazy.
think you don't.
That is so true though. Like he really, he has the fits on. Like really, dude.
There is something very strange happening at UFC 301. This is William Gomi. He's getting ready to weigh in, and he looks sickly coming up to the scale. You see, he has trouble even getting on. He is fully clothed, 3 pounds under, and he's even soaking wet, you can see. I don't know if something happened with weight cutting or something a little more sinister, but there are some theories about what's happening with him. I cut it in the video so you can see he has trouble even getting off the scale. He actually needed assistance just walking out of the room. Now I'm asking the question, is this trouble with weight cutting, or is there something possibly more sinister going on here? Let's remember in November, Armand Petrosian was poisoned in Brazil getting ready for his fight. Is that happening again? There is something very strange happening at UFC 3.
An Amazon delivery truck being cut in half by an oncoming Amtrak train resurfaces. The intense video shows the moment driver Alexander Evans narrowly misses being hit. Evans is deaf in his left ear and says he did not hear the train's horn, adding there were no warning lights or signs signaling the train coming.
So this Amazon case is a little bit unique because the train could be liable because there's no warning signs, there's no lights, so therefore whoever's the owner operator of the train, the person that operates the track and the signs that go up and down, they would be the ones liable for this train. However, the Amazon driver could also be liable because the fact that he couldn't hear, it's a liability to be driving anyways on the road. The argument from the Amazon driver could be that he can perfectly hear out of his right ear and therefore that the signs weren't up, therefore the person at fault, the owner operator of that train station, that train area that has the lever that goes up and down, and who's supposed to manage those tracks. I would love to hear your comments. Comment below.
Amazon.
He is really lucky, for real. Sucker to went a whole nother way, man. That's dope though. He survived.
So you guys know how we've been getting these new creatures just popping out of nowhere? Yeah, you're gonna want to see this one. No one has ever seen anything like this before. Just the transformations that this animal goes through in like less than a minute is crazy. Just watch this, y'all.
Wow, it looks like me. Is it engorged or is it like that?
Is it mad?
Yeah.
Touch it.
Is it just... Look,
Oh my
God.
Look at that.
Wow.
My goodness.
Look at the face.
He's got like goofy eyes. I think he ate too much.
Yeah. What?
I don't even see the eyes.
Wow.
We really took him out.
What?
What is that?
The gill?
Like, what is it doing?
It just got so big.
It's all...
It's like a big ink block just floating in water.
Yeah, that's what it is.
How big I am.
Incredible. Wow.
Yep, he's doing...
Watch this, watch this.
What's my God. Is that a gold?
Y'all see that? You guys see this? That was interesting as hell. I've never seen anything like that before. Have you guys? Have y'all seen shit like that? So you guys know how we begin.
That was strange. How did he turn into that? That's crazy.
Now in 2020, Burger King released this ad. They was basically showing that they burgers actually mold. We're now in the day, in the era, where you have to prove that your burgers actually mold. Like we're literally at a point in time where it is a possible ad that your burgers actually mold because they don't have any genetically modified food products inside of it. And I know y'all have seen videos of burgers that look exactly the same when they first bought it.
So nasty.
I'm not gonna say no names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I just need y'all to think about this. This right here could make somebody want to eat a burger.
True.
It's because of the simple fact of the burger actually gets old over a certain period of time. To be honest with you, it's like you can't eat nothing but air. In fact, let me take that back. Because even the air is modified. Crazy.
That is true.
Now let me know y'all thoughts.
That is so true, right? They got everything tapped. Everything.
Really gonna want to listen to this.
Do you think we need to worry about what they're putting in our electronics?
Yeah, I'll give you one example. I bought this awesome all-in-one vacuum mop called Tineco. It completely connects to a Chinese server to transmit and receive information. I made a joke out of it. I actually have a video of it where you could turn the audio on for it. Like when you plug it in, it says, charging started, charging stopped. Like when you put it on and off. I can control that with my computer through a Chinese cloud server. There's no reason that vacuum and mop should connect to a Chinese cloud infrastructure whatsoever. And at any point, they can change the way that functionality works and take over my home network with this vacuum mop. So,
are you serious with a vacuum mop?
Yep.
How many devices do you think have these things in them?
Anything with a Wi-Fi connection, that's, you know, not everything's going to be China beaconing back and forth. Anything with Wi-Fi capability is going to open up, you know, an attack vector.
Washing machines, refrigerators, just why does a vacuum mop?
I don't know.
Wi-Fi capability.
I can adjust the volume. I can check when the last time I used it. Doesn't need to be cleaned. Does it? You know, it tells you all that stuff. But
really gonna want to listen to this.
Do you think we need to?
Interesting.
Did you hear the story about the woman who cremated her father, took his ashes, put it under a microscope, and she seen the universe? This is one of the images this lady seen of her father's ashes. It looked just like the universe or some type of star cluster. This is more images of her father's ashes. We are really star dust in the universe, trapped in the physical body. This is why they say so above, so below. If you see stars above your head, you must know that we are also stars. We are made of stars. That's why so many of us say we are star seeds. I guess that's why they say from ashes to ashes, dust to dust, because we are really stardust. That's why spirituality is so important, because once you get your spiritual roots back in connection, you will understand that you are a star seed. You will understand that you can travel the universe. Whatever the stars do above your head, we can also do. That's why they say the universe is nothing but a big ass mirror, because once you look up and see these stars, you are really seeing everyone that's walking around on this planet. People in your family, strangers, your relationships, they are all stars. When you look at images like this, it's like you're looking in a telescope, looking up at the night sky, trying to see what the universe really look like. The universe is not really out there. It's within. I guess that's what they mean when they say the kingdom of heaven is within. We are the universe. Did you hear the story about the woman who...
That's dope. That is dope right there. I'm not gonna lie. How you doing that?
I'm like fucking scared. There's no one standing there, but there's a silhouette, like a shadow of.
Motherfuckers are real. You real?
And I see my neighbors.
Just sitting like that.
What the fuck is that?
Ugh.
You're kidding! It's so huge! Oh my god!
That's a big one. You want to grab it? I want to eat it, but I don't know how to.
I don't know why he messing with them. Get that thing back down. Yeah. Ah. Oh, that's a crazy looking spider. I'm not gonna lie. He ready for business.
It's people living inside of this planet, and once you pass Antarctica ice walls, you get to see them. It's the reason why all the elites made treaties so no one can go past these ice walls. When we hear people say so above, so below, we look up and we look down, but we forgot about the insides of our bodies. The inside of your body is like a movie projector. It's going to project your reality out to you. This matrix operates like a movie theater. Once you go to the movie theater, you are watching the movie in front of you, but the real movie is coming from behind you, from the projector. Just how the spiritual world is behind you. It's projecting our physical reality. But you do know we have a parallel world. You do know you have a higher self. There is another you and another world that's in a higher dimension than you. Remember they said the kingdom of heaven is within. Within where? Remember, they had people living inside of the planet. Do you know who those people are? Once you go past these Antarctica ice walls or the end of the world, you will meet yourself in a parallel world. Yes, there is a higher version of you living inside of this planet. That's why it's so important for the elites to guard everything. Because if the ice walls wasn't guarded, you will be able to see what this reality is all about. It's not just the ice walls. You can actually astral travel and meet your higher self living in an inner world. We have a sun over top of our heads, so above. We have a sun inside of this planet, so below. There is people walking on the surface of this planet, so above. There is people walking inside of this planet, so below. This is one of the secrets they're keeping from us. We are being controlled from the life forms inside of this planet. That's what they mean by dimensions being stacked on top of each other. There is inner worlds inside of this planet. They have cities, towns, supercomputers, everything inside of this planet. We walk on the surface of this planet and we think we are controlling everything, but we are really being controlled by our higher self that live inside of this planet. It's not just about crossing Antarctica ice walls to meet your higher self. You can do this once you start the astral travel, but you can only astral travel if your heart is lighter than a feather.
How many of y'all can astral travel? Shout out to organic like us. You always dropping that good knowledge.
What you're about to see is the discovery made by the YouTuber Connor Kelly in the McCoy Mine in Lander County, Nevada. The McCoy Mine is a silver and gold mine at the elevation of 5,400 feet. Connor arrives in a group of 4 via motorbikes, and upon entry of the cave, everything seems normal at first. But as they get deeper into the cave, Connor notices something reflecting the light of his flashlight. As they get closer, they realize what it is.
Oh. Oh, Jesus, what the fuck? It's shoe. Oh, look, is that like a fossil?
It's a pile of shoes, but to make it even more disturbing, it's a pile of children's shoes. Mixed in with the shoes are various bones laying in the pile. Connor then looks further down the cave, and you can see skeletal remains of some type of animal, possibly a coyote or deer. The shoes all appear to be older, with 80s styling on a lot of them, and obviously whoever or whatever put them there deliberately made a pile out of them. Connor said they contacted police on the matter, but they didn't seem to take it seriously or care. The bones could easily be explained away as the cave being some kind of animal feeding grounds, but the pile of shoes isn't as easily explainable. There's always the question of if this was a prank to scare people, but this honestly seems like it would take a lot of effort for a prank or failed viral video attempt. A more disturbing explanation would be that this is or was a dump for abducted kids, where their shoes would be removed for whatever reason and dumped there, possibly as trophies. An example that could be compared to this was in the early 1900s in Walled Lake, Michigan. There was believed to be a sick and cruel man who began murdering kids in the area, and after he would dispose of the bodies, he threw their tiny shoes up into the branches of a tree. Eventually the man was caught, and people found his tree ornamented with dangling shoes of dead children, almost as if it were one big trophy to him. Whether this is something similar to that, or just a weird prank that somebody spent way too much time on, will probably remain a mystery. But one thing's for certain, there aren't many possible explanations for this. If you're claustrophobic, this story will make you uneasy. This is the tragic tale of John Edward Jones, who was a 26-year-old medical student and family man. When he was younger, he explored many caves with his father and his brother, so he'd been exploring caves practically his entire life.
Wow.
But one cave proved to be too dangerous even for John, the Nutty Putty cave. This cave was known for its notoriously narrow spaces. They were first explored by Dale Green in 1960. The cave is located southwest of Utah Lake and 55 miles from Salt Lake City. John entered Nutty Putty Cave at around 8 p.m. on the evening of November 24, 2009, a few days before Thanksgiving. John, his 23-year-old brother Josh, and several other friends and family members all decided to explore Nutty Putty Cave as a way to spend time with each other ahead of the holiday. John was married, had a 1-year-old daughter, and was attending medical school in Virginia. He had come back home to Utah to spend some time with his family for the holiday, making the story all the more tragic. About an hour into their expedition into the Nutty Putty Cave, John decided to crawl through a tight passage that he mistakenly thought was known as the birth canal. Unfortunately, this passage was way tighter. He inched his way into the narrow passage head first, moving forward using his hips, stomach, and fingers. But within minutes, he realized he'd made a terrible mistake. He knew that he was more or less stuck and had no room to turn around or even wriggle back out the way he came. He had no choice but to try to press forward. He tried to exhale the air in his chest so that he could fit through a space that was barely 10 inches across and 8 inches high. But when John inhaled again and his chest puffed back out, he got stuck for good. Josh found his brother, and in a tragic turn of events, as he was pulling at John's calves, John slid further down the shaft. What's worse is that now he was stuck upside down with one hand beneath him and the other wedged above. At this point, the two boys started to pray. Eventually, Josh made it back to the surface to call for help. But even once help came, John was still trapped 400 feet into the cave and 100 feet below the Earth's surface. Getting the people, equipment, and supplies down that far took over an hour. Due to John being stuck upside down, time was of the essence. In an upside down position, a healthy young person could live for a few hours, but probably not much more. The body is adapted to work with gravity, not against it. Blood flows the way it does with gravity's help. Our organs sit where they are because of how we stand, so John's blood pressure was falling dangerously low, and his organs would start to crush each other if he didn't get out soon. This position would also require the heart to work incredibly hard to continuously pump excess blood out of the brain. The first rescuer to reach John was a woman named Susie Motola, who arrived at about 12:30 a.m. on November 25th. At that point, John had been trapped for 3.5 hours. Susie introduced herself to John, even though all she could see of him was a pair of navy and black running shoes. John said back to her, "Hi Susie, thanks for coming, but I really want to get out." Over the next 24 hours, more than 100 rescue personnel worked to free John from the depths of the Nutty Putty. The best plan they had was to try to use a system of pulleys and ropes to try to free John from his position. Rescuers tied John with a rope connected to a series of pulleys, causing him to scream in pain due to a lack of blood in his lower body. Everything was ready, and they pulled as hard as they could, but suddenly and without warning, one of the pulleys failed. Rescuers believe the pulley came loose at its anchor point in the cave wall. The rope and pulley operation failed, and the rescuers had no other viable plans. John was trapped. With no hope of rescue and his heart having suffered hours upon hours of strain due to his downward position, John was pronounced dead of cardiac arrest shortly after midnight on the evening of November 25th. A week after John's death, the Nutty Putty cave was sealed off for good. Perhaps the scariest part is that they never recovered his body, and his remains will stay down there forever. This one, while being kind of creepy, is also pretty interesting.
Okay. His body is still there today. Well, not body, but y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. His bones and stuff is still there today. It's crazy, man. That's so sad. I'm sorry that happened to him, for real. But hey, that's what he loved doing, right? Sad though.
A YouTuber by the name of Water Skipper posted a video exploring a cave in Oregon called the Malheur Cave. On the surface, it looks like a pretty normal cave, until the bleachers on either side come into view. Now, anyone would wonder what exactly bleachers would be doing in a cave. One might assume some kind of secret underground rituals could be going on in there. And in a place as creepy as deep in a cave, these would probably be some sick rituals. However, the cave is owned by the Masonic Lodge of Burns. For decades, the Freemason group in Oregon held their meetings in this cave, cleaning and maintaining the area. But obviously a group holding private meetings in a creepy cave is going to create bad rumors and conspiracy theories regarding both the Masons and the cave itself. One of those theories claiming that the cave hosted satanic rituals and devil worship. The cave has been closed off since 2019, when local Masons put up a gate at the cave entrance in order to stop the vandalism and graffiti that was plaguing the site. Kenny Veach is someone I've talked about before, but his story is perhaps one of the more chilling stories having to do with caves. Kenny was a YouTuber and caver who disappeared in 2014 after attempting to explore a cave he nicknamed the M Cave, which he reported hearing unusual noises from and found it suspicious as it was located 6 miles south of a top-secret airbase. As he began to enter the cave, he claimed his whole body began to vibrate. The more he went into the cave, the worse the vibrating became. He said he suddenly became very afraid and hightailed it out of there. He uploaded this video to talk about his experience with the cave.
I got to still go over another ridge and then go all the way down a big crevice that's real narrow and gets kind of scary. I'm looking for a cave that I found, and I didn't have a sidearm when I was here before, and something about that cave just spooked me. Out of all the caves I've ever gone in, this one just made my body vibrate. The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go in there right now, but I'm coming back someday. And I talked to some people on YouTube, and I told them, hey, I'm coming out here, you know, because they kind of called my hand on it. So I don't know if there's going to be anything to it, but it might be interesting. If I can find it, I got to relocate it, and this is a big mountain range I'm in.
Of course, the internet being what it is, People made fun of him and accused him of making the whole thing up, or at least fabricating the story. Basically, Kenny was pressured into going back to the cave a second time, even though he was afraid to enter it the first time.
That's the thing, bro. Like, not everything on the internet is fake. No. Some of this stuff in real life, like, for real.
Kenny gave in to the pressure and returned to the cave, and he has not been seen since. His phone was found in an abandoned mine entrance, but no body was ever found. Kenny was an extremely nice and likable guy, making his disappearance and likely death all the more tragic. People believe that given the close proximity to the airbase, Kenny was actually murdered by the government. Proponents of this theory believe that the M cave Kenny discovered was an entrance to some kind of top-secret government facility due to its close proximity to Nellis Air Force Base in Area 51. They believe that the vibrating sensation Kenny felt while near the cave was a defense mechanism to keep civilians from entering. Under this same theory, Kenny saw government secrets within the cave and was kidnapped by US soldiers when he emerged. A YouTuber by the name of Abandoned Mines 11 posted a video of what he believes to be the M cave that Kenny described, and it's pretty credible. The cave appears to have been walled off and sealed, preventing access inside.
Okay, I made it up here to the entrance of this M cave. There's the one side of it, comes down and then goes back up there and down. Now, this doesn't look to be very deep at all, and it looks like they were trying to wall it off. There's stacked rocks right there, as well as behind me here, like right there.
The YouTuber finds multiple items on the floor, like planks of wood and a beer bottle with no label, possibly a bottle Kenny was carrying. Most interestingly, he finds an Area 51 warning sign, which actually may back up the theories that this was some kind of entrance to an underground facility owned by the government. But this is all speculation, and what actually happened to Kenny is still unknown.
Wow. Got some DS, man. Great video, man. Great video right there, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right there. I'm saying peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Just be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright. But that's gonna do it. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.